Previously on Backyard Survivor.
Oh my god, we're all
It's all blue.
Congratulations, you have received a bounty advantage.
I'm allowed to predict who goes home.
Mummy, Travis Booker.
Sound like we either pick 3 captains or leave it to chance.
That's what happened. We lost again.
Look. Cat. Mel. Travis Booker. Everybody, drop your buffs. Jacob. Altus. Head on to redemption.
Jacob wins!
You will be heading straight to the Survivor Summit. Here at the summit, I'm going to present you with an opportunity.
Why not?
We're all in.
If you go, I'll go.
Technically, if you leave this bag.
You've gained an extra vote.
I'm taking it.
I think he gives me an advantage. What the hell is he thinking?
Group Beware Advantage.
making a merge when the game really begins to get real.
As long as it's not my name, I'll be okay.
What the hell is going on with everyone talking right now?
All 3 bounty hunters made it to the merge.
Coach. Travis Booker. Basically thinking Haley.
She's in my final 7 weight, so I gotta keep her name out of it.
Played my shot in the dark.
You are. Oh my.
Yeah!
DC for Travis Booker.
You will vote to split or stay publicly at the next immunity challenge.
I'm gonna play my extrovert. Extrovert on Megan as well.
I was definitely shutting down any mention of you.
Tara.
Hey, Travis Booker. Tarkin has the legacy advantage.
Great, congratulations.
You saw it?
Yes.
Megan heard it from Dave and then just spread it like wildfire.
If you are voted out, you must will this advantage to another player still in the game.
Tarkan and Travis Booker.
I can get it gifted.
I don't have a legacy advantage for you.
Very exciting. You have been gifted the legacy advantage.
Course, I've been turning since the moment that we started this game yesterday. My own game, I had to stop playing there and just survive as many more votes as I could. Now I about have a chance of getting to final 2.
First moment of day 1, I was like, Jess, me and Jess, we are to the end. And we were separated the whole game. Really excited to be back together, and she's just voted for me. Altus gave her an immunity idol clue, which I pushed for her to have.
Altus found the Beware advantage.
You must then give these colour clues to someone on each respective tribe. I never found that idol.
We had the same clue for the idol.
Oh, she's got it. We got it!
I already have an idol.
Jacob, I gave him an idol clue, and he gave a hidden immunity idol clue to Megan.
I just got it for the idol. Did you not see me? I was obviously majorly underestimated Megan. Can I suggest Meg to flush an idol? She's got 2.
That's really bad.
Pretty surprised that I've made it this far to every single tribal council. If I sneak my way in, that'd be pretty interesting.
Between Zoe and Jacob.
I've got a really good storyline going with being the person coming back from redemption, winning multiple challenges, but I'm also aware that it's a target on my back.
I have had all these bonds with so many different people in the game from day 1 that if they think that I don't have a story, yeah, they've got another thing coming.
Who would you like to join you?
Haley, Jacob. Mark was saying, let's go strong Haley, and I was like, hell to the no.
Did Mark say that?
Yeah.
Mark. The tribe has spoken.
You're amazing, lad.
I can't believe we pulled that off.
We did it. We did
Oh my god.
I speak stuff into the air hoping that it's going to happen. I really wanted Mark gone, but I was like, there's no way that he's going to go. It freaking happened. Oh, it's gone. We were very stressed that he had an idol and that he was going to protect himself. There were no idols played, which is very interesting. Means they're still in some people's pockets.
That tribal was insane. We got Mark, finally. We've been trying for a few votes now to get him out, waiting for him to not have protection, not have an idol, not have any fancy little tricks. We get him and get him out.
In every tribal, he sat at the back and in the middle. Mark, I didn't really trust him from the get-go, but I was happy to be in an alliance with him and ride with him for as long as I needed to. I was planting the seeds with the green girls to blindside him at some point, and this was the one to do it. The power of a look. I didn't have to use all the words, I just used my eyes.
The whispering conversations made me very nervous that it wasn't going to go as planned, which was Mark. The biggest factor there was whether he was going to play an idol. I have an idol that no one knows about.
Have you got an advantage from Taka?
No, I haven't.
Have you?
Mate, if I had it, do you not think I would have played it? I found the idol with Meg, so I was trying to convince her with every last thing I had to play that idol for me rather than me having to play my own.
Do you have it?
No, I don't have anything from Tarkan. No.
In the end, we didn't have to play any idols.
He said you had the advantage from Tarkan.
How would he know that?
He just makes stuff up.
I think he was just planning all these things all
It
around.
almost swayed me to vote for you.
It was so hard. My boy Mark did not want to go out at 6, and I respected that, and I had him all the way until tribal council. We were voting for Jess. I probably shot my game. Ultimately, I may have done that. Those two girls have to go because they have a great story. Jacob wins challenges. He's come from redemption. That means then I'd be stupid to take Jacob.
All right, next challenge. Good luck, everyone.
Oh, well, you guys better watch out because, you know me in challenges.
Each player has 3 bags containing wooden blocks of varying lengths. 1 bag at a time, players must stack the rods to form 6 pillars of equal length, and then repeat the process to create a 3-tiered tower.
And if they want a hint, they can run out to one of the solution stations.
Survivors ready. Go.
That wind.
Oh. That wind.
Jacob going out, Haley going out, everyone running out to check.
Got me? Oh, that's what I was expecting.
The solution will help them at all.
Nobody wants to have come this far and then get voted out at the final 5.
That's it, Megan.
Challenge, babe.
Tip with that wind coming through.
Oh.
Okay, all right, stop.
What we're going to get you to do is abandon the discs. We're going to take these from you. It's going to be a very different look puzzle.
Players must now line the wooden blocks from each bag down on the table to form 6 pillars of equal length. First person to assemble all 18 pillars wins immunity.
Survivors ready? Go.
I thought they were 4 of the same.
And there's 2 little small ones there.
They're the smallest.
Okay, just between us. Meg's really powerful right now. She has a lot of idols. If she wins theirs, maybe we just work together on this.
Yeah. Okay.
What the f? Yeah, got it.
Megan has her first layer, moving on to the second.
We're just vibing right now.
Yep. Jacob, to the next one.
We're just following you now. Yep. Can you see it?
Yep.
I don't see any pattern there. Any pattern.
That close enough. Got it.
So we're going on to the next one. Megan, going on to the final layer.
Who is she? Challenge beast.
Looks the exact same.
Oh, even funner. Okay. Bam, bam. Makes us so good at this. What the heck? Yep. Just check.
Haley's going on to the third layer. Haley's got it.
Oh, Haley wins individual immunity.
Oh my god.
Haley, come collect your prize.
Well done, Haley.
Well done, Haley. Well done.
Congratulations. Not be voted out at the final 5.
Shot, fans. Shot. Holy heck.
For the rest of you, one of you is going home. See you at Tribal.
Looked like Megs was going to win, but then Haley swooped through. There was a little bit of chit-chat throughout that challenge about us working together to try to flush Meg's idol. Just had our final 5 challenge and it was a flippin' puzzle. I am so dumb at puzzles, but I kind of figured, hey, if I just sort of match these up the same height and keep going, voila. I love Tetris, so I'm old nanny, I love that game.
So everyone, I have an idol, which you probably all know about.
Yeah.
I'll play that on myself.
Megan just said to everyone, I'm using my idol tonight to save myself. So that pretty much leaves myself, Jacob, and Jess.
Let's go have a little rewards chat. The Bubble Alliance.
If we keep to our little bubble alliance we had from the rewards challenge, and Haley and Jacob show their loyalty to me.
It's great. It's
very, if Haley and Jacob write down Jess's name and I write down Jess's name, that should hopefully show that I'm willing to go against my forever alliance.
You got to think about what's after this as well.
Exactly.
And obviously those two are pretty tight. Would you want to stick with your 2? It's like just bringing me along.
You could be an option to final 3.
Yeah.
In the discussions I've had, it looks like Jess is on the bottom. She's burnt Megan's name twice now. And she basically said to her, like, I don't trust you at all. You've dogged me.
Does Megan trust her again? Or?
Yeah, I don't know.
They found it together, so.
I was with Megan when she found the idol.
Oh, were you? And Jess, or no?
Jess was with her when she found one too.
So she's got 2.
She would have told me.
Jess disclosed to us that Megs has 2 idols, which is something that you should probably keep to yourself.
You are the only one that knows I have 2 idols. Have you told Zoe? Okay, so before the Mark vote, I know my blabbermouth, like I've shared too much with people and it's put me in a very vulnerable position. I've ruined Zoe and Jacob. Haley doesn't know.
Yeah, okay.
I stuffed up my probably one chance of getting Meg's trust when I freaked out before the last council. We could have had something really good going there.
Yeah. They're going to want to vote you or Zoe now.
Yeah.
It's probably going to be Zoe because I'll root for you.
Would you really?
Yeah.
Even after that?
Yeah.
It's a real heart-mind decision, and I want to also make it an interesting game and put something good on my resume for the jury. Will they respect the fact I just stuck with my alliance, or will they respect the fact that I switched things up at the last minute?
The only thing we could do is flip it on Jacob. I'm completely torn with just going with
Jacob and Hayley, the way we planned it,
Yeah.
or mix things up. So if I was going to make a big move, I'd be taking out Jacob. If I was going to play a safe move, I'll be taking out Jess.
If you still want to go for our plan, I am 100% committed. I've learned from my mistake. I can get Zoe on our side.
Yeah.
And blindside Jacob.
Hayley, Zoe and I, we said this vote is probably going to be one of the greens if we want to remain strong with Meg. Are you willing to vote Jess? She said that she is.
That'd be like a pretty big thing for all of us.
Ideally, we vote Jacob. He's the biggest threat, which leaves Hayley and Meg. So it's 2-2 in the final four. As long as Zoe stays strong voting Jacob, this is going to work out. We've got 2 minutes. What's being talked about?
Jacob. Jacob's got a really good story.
Should we shake things up?
Yeah, I'm always down for just shaking things up.
I've got 2 lines now.
She wants to spice things up, which is cool. Do it, man. Just do it.
Jess knows I've got it. So of course she's rooting for herself.
Are they going?
She's scared of Jacob.
Well, okay, all right. That would be amazing, and I'm kind of up for it. However, I can't burn my vote with Jacob.
It's...
No.
I was like...
No.
Is that a big call? Do we flip the script?
If you flip the script, yeah, well, I'm down. I'm so down. So if you have that idol. So I will still vote for Jess, knowing that Megan's going to play the idol for Jess. Works for me. I'll vote for Jess.
Yep. Do I play it and save Jess?
Jacob's out of the game. I don't lose his vote at Tribal Council. I've got to look at my game at the end of the day. Like, I've got to look after me, but I don't want to burn the flipping jury with me.
Pinky? What's the name?
Yes. So, I am staying strong.
So, you have a second idol. Can you use that on me? Hayley and I are going to vote Jess. Hayley and I are definitely solid.
Yeah, but who is it? It can't be me. I'm playing my idol.
Yeah, on you, but you've got another one.
Yeah. Yeah.
Meg has 2 idols. She said that she's going to play one on herself. I asked her if she can play one on me.
I'm going for Jess.
You're going for Jess?
I want to go for Jess.
Jess.
Meg will be the deciding factor. I've trusted Meg up until now, but she's actually in quite a powerful position with 2 idols, so this is the first tribal where I'm a bit nervous about my alliance with Meg.
I'm so solid.
So who do you want to vote for?
I'm voting for Jess.
I'm feeling really torn because he wants me to play the idol for him. Wow, why would you do that?
Why would
Because he's in my alliance.
So this vote comes down to me. Hayley has immunity. I have an idol, which I'm playing for myself, so I'm immune. So the only people left are Jacob, Zoe, and Jess. One of them's got to go. I have a second idol, and I can save somebody.
I guess it's you picking which side you want to go.
So my head decision is, you need more on your resume, save Jess, get Jacob out. And my heart decision is, save Jacob, because he's been in my alliance, he's been loyal, he gifted me an idol clue, I got the idol from it. So I'll be using my very idol that I got from Jacob to get Jacob out, which I'm kind of loving. Who knows what I'm going to do? I'm not actually sure myself. I'm not sure what's going to happen.
Bringing in your jury. Mark voted out for the last tribal council. Final 5, Survivor. We're often battling against the elements, and that was certainly true in that last challenge. Megan, you were the first to complete the first layer, and then Hayley whipped through and took the win.
Once Hayley got the first one, like her brain must have snapped into mode and she smashed it out really fast. So I'm really proud of her for winning.
Jacob, this is the last opportunity to play idols in the game. Do you feel like you know where they are?
I know where one of them is.
Does anyone else know where an idol is? Only Jacob.
It's me. It is I. I have the idol. They all know. So I'll be playing it for myself tonight. So that pulls me out of the possible group to vote for.
So now our options are narrowed down to 3. So Zoe, that can't be good news.
No, it's never good news. You have to just fall back on what people say and trust what they say, but that's not always, you know, a given in Survivor. Yeah, it'd be really nice to have that net close. I think everyone feels a little bit on edge, especially tonight.
So Jess, Megan says, I've got the idol. There's no point considering me for the vote, but idols can be played for other people. So do you trust her that she has an idol? Do you trust that she's going to play it on herself?
Yeah, I do trust those two things.
Megan, how much of what you do right now and how you play this is about, I've just got to survive this tribal council, weighed up against what you might need to do to be impressing the jury?
We're down to the wire now, and you do start to think about what is on my resume, what have I done? You've got to get to that spot, but you've got to get there where you're comfortable in what you've done sort of morally, but also, well, is it going to be enough to impress the jury? So it is that head-heart battle that you kind of weigh up in your mind.
Does anybody have anything that they would like to say before we get to the vote?
Oh, sorry.
It's all right, I wasn't sure if you were ready. Hayley, you're up first. No talking.
If anybody has an idol or an advantage and you would like to play it, now would be the time to do so.
Yes, I would like to. But Mark is not the only one with bags of tricks.
Oh my
Because I
god.
actually have 2 idols.
Oh yeah.
So, might have a bit of fun tonight.
And who are you playing this on?
I like to play this for myself.
Okay, I can confirm that this is a hidden immunity idol. All votes for Megan will not count.
Okay, and I have the second one. At this point in the game, I need to flip the script and make a move that's going to show the jury that I do deserve to win this. So I'll be playing this for Jess tonight.
Okay, I can confirm this is a hidden immunity idol and all votes for Jess will not count.
Get to the vote. First vote. Jess does not count. Jess does not count. Jess does not count. Jess does not count. Next person voted out, 7th member of our jury, Jacob.
One vote. Enough.
Oh, fine.
It's alright.
Love you.
You got this, man.
Grand final.
Good luck, girls.
Thanks, Jacob. Oh.
Jacob, the tribe has spoken.
Deja vu.
Get a hell now.
Good luck, guys.
Good job. That was crazy.
All the talk about resume, looks like people are starting to keep them in mind. Okay, head on back to camp.
I was aware that there was probably a bit of a target on my back from winning a lot of immunity challenges, and I had a really good story if I made it to the final tribal. Props to Meg for making a move now. I think it's a smart thing for her to do. When you have 2, you've got so much power. I wanted them to be all flushed out tonight. They all got flushed out tonight. I just got flushed down the drain with it. So I don't think I could have done anything differently. I did everything I could socially to try and get myself as far as I could. I'm really happy with Final 5.
Hayley, I'm sorry I did that. I knew it was our alliance, but I had to make a move. I had to do so. And now, the queens. Well, I just blew stuff up. My worst fear would be going to a final as a goat. So I was like, now's the time. I'm going to have to do this. I'm going to have to flip on my alliance. What I did to safeguard myself was tell Hayley. So Hayley knew.
I had to pretend like I didn't know what was happening, all right? I knew.
I told her.
I had to be dramatic in this tribal council, so I knew where the vote was going, and I also knew she had 2 idols, okay? I was on board from the beginning.
You're a good actor.
I know.
Yeah, Hayley's a good actor. Hayley knew about the Jacob vote, but she portrayed it to everyone that Jacob was her bestie out here.
That was insane. I definitely wanted that to be a plan. I pitched that plan. I just didn't expect it to happen. The spanner in the works at Tribal was that Zoe voted for me. Did not see that coming, did not expect it. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
I was definitely not on board with that plan. I was told Jess, and that was basically the biggest sad moment of my time here because we've been a pair for quite a long time.
Yeah, obviously they're really good at lying and pitting us against each other. I knew they were going to do that. All I heard from all of them was your name. And they're like, if you don't do, like, if it's not...
I was going to go anyway. Why did you need to vote with them?
I knew that Megan had a second idol. I just didn't consider her playing it for Jess.
She was like, I don't trust Jess at all. Like, she's saying that to your face.
It's pretty much just survival mode with my vote.
If they see me go Jacob and Jacob's still in the game, they're going to be like, oh, she's flipped. Yeah. But thank God. And I was crying inside because I know that I trust you, and now this is like...
It's a bit sad knowing that now maybe there's a bit of cracks in the trust.
Especially when they had the numbers and they were telling me your name.
So I think she understands that if she was in that position as well, she'd want to save herself, and that Jess was the only name that was brought up to me, so I just had to stick with my guns.
For me, it's always been like us. My plan was to keep the 2 of us together. I told her to trust me. I didn't say I have the idol, but I said, I have a plan, trust me. And she didn't. So what does the ideal 3 look like to you?
I don't know. Are you back with Megs again?
I promised her that, like, if she got me through, I was with her back. So in my mind now, she's as important to me as you have been to me this entire game.
I hate that I've just, like, gone behind your back, but I was so nervous, and I think you would have done the same if you were in that position.
That's okay. I get it. It's fine. Either way, I see us as 3.
I think that's a strategic plan, especially if one of us wins. I mean, that's got to freaking happen.
I feel like it's definitely going to happen for one of us.
Father gods.
And honestly, if it was you there and not me, I would still see it as like a massive win because, I feel so. Yeah, I just want one of us there.
Jess is I just saved her. She's my alliance. If Jess wins immunity, I feel like what I've just done for her will prompt her to save me. I'm hoping she'll feel like she owes something to me. They're going to say to you, oh, Megan just did that move. But I felt like before that I had done nothing. I'm out of idols, I'm out of opportunities to play idols, I'm out of Avengers, and now it's just me. And I've built up my game the best I can. And I think that's better than just coasting along, really.
Do I look like a goat?
No. I thought you might be a bit upset about it and not want to take me to final 2.
No.
Like, I've been...
Me and you are always final 2.
This has worked out great.
Both myself or Meg, we have to smash it. Otherwise, one of us is going home.
If one of them wins, who are they going to pick us?
Final 4. First things first, Hayley, you take back the necklace.
Thank you. Individual immunity back up for grabs. Are you ready to get to your final 4 challenge? Okay, let's get to it.
On our go, players will race to retrieve 4 snooker balls from the troughs of sand. They will then use these balls to complete a table maze. First player to sink all 4 balls wins immunity.
Survivors ready? Go!
Really quickly, 4 bags.
Zoe's got all 4. Megan's got all 4. Eddie's got all 4. Jess has got all 4. Take them up to the table. Everybody working on the table maze. Vegan drops. Hayley's ball drops.
This is not easy. Megan and Zoe right at the end. Hayley getting close. Megan drops.
Hayley drops in the gutter again. Zoe drops.
This is crazy.
Jess lands her first ball. Zoe lands her first ball.
Megan drops again. Hayley lands her first ball.
Jess, all the way to the end.
Megan lands her first ball. It's 1-1. Everyone is in this.
Zoe lands her second.
Zoe moving fast now.
A lot on the line. Zoe lands her third ball. Only needs to get one more.
Oh my god. Like a butterfly stinging like a bee.
Everyone else with one.
Everyone's starting to pick up the pace.
Jess lands her second.
Hayley drops again. Still in this, Hayley. Still in this, Megan.
He drops, leaving room for Jess to catch up. Jess lands her third ball.
Jess and Zoe both working on the final ball.
Zoe skating around that final and fourth ball. And she does it! Zoe sinks her fourth and final ball.
Wins individual immunity.
Big day.
Zoe, congratulations. Cannot be voted out at the final 4 tribal council. For the other 3, one of you is going home. Head back to camp. See you at tribal.
Zoe won. So Zoe's good, not good for basically mine and Megan's game.
But we want to talk to you. You're the decision maker here.
Am I? I
So
don't know.
should we take it into talking to you?
I'm in a predicament with where I'm at right now. I think thinking about final 2. Physical challenge. Yeah. I think Hayley is a really physical threat. And saying that if we move forward with her, if she wins, there's an opportunity for her to take me through to the final 2. What am I going to say to Hayley now?
Maybe just be honest with her.
Who do you think you're sitting with at the end? And like Jess, I love her to bits, but at the end of the day, we have similar stories. So I know that there's that trust there. She could possibly bring me to the final 2.
Play a game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So how do you want to do this? You want to say loyalty's out the window. Yeah. What's best for you? We've got this. You've got the same.
Yeah. I'm not confident, man. I've got to do my best. I was hoping to win that challenge, myself or Megs, but unfortunately didn't win. So we've got to plan B, C, D.
Got to look at long term. You've got to look at the final tribal. Can you go up against Jess with the same story? You know what I mean?
I have been pitching to her hard that you have got to be silly to take Jess to the final tribal with you because she can talk.
Me and Meg wanted you. Third, wanted you this whole time.
Not Jess.
Hey, and then we battled it out. That's what it is.
Yeah.
But we won't have a chance in hell with Jess. And that's not my story.
Yeah.
That's your story.
Yeah.
Don't worry about me. Don't worry about flicking Megan. You and Jess got the same story. It doesn't make sense to take her with you.
Loyalties are not going to be there at the end. We've shown that. We've proved to you guys, like, we're happy to get rid of the boy, so I'm voting Jess.
Okay.
Straight up.
And Megs?
She'll vote Jess.
Okay.
I'm definitely voting Jess. Megan should vote Jess. Like, both of them are silly to take Jess.
I even said this to Zoe. Yeah. I said, Meg saved me, and I told her that if she pulled me through, that I was loyal with her at the end. And I've said that we will vote with her, Hayley, because she's a bigger challenge that.
Yeah, she is, and she's very well liked. Hayley and I have always said we're strong and we're going to go to the end together. I've stuck with loyalty, but I've just shown I can break loyalty.
I said you, top two, you and me, and I'm sticking to that.
Yeah. Jess is saying, vote for Hayley, come with Zoe and I, and if I win immunity, you're coming to the final two with me.
You're so close with Zoe. I just fear that gets for free and then it's you and Zoe. I told you, there's no way I'm going up with someone who's going to have the same story as me. I was really hoping to be able to have this one clean cut, easy vote for Hayley because she's such a physical threat. I tried to regain Meg's trust, so...
Well, you got to think about what she just did at the last tribal council. That's a good pitch to the jury.
Oh, I know. It's a very strong move.
Jess is pitching final three like us, and yes, that's what she's pitching.
Yeah,
What do you think about going up against Hayley in a challenge?
You won't choose me for your final two.
What do you mean? I have a very similar story.
Well, that's what I was going to say to you. You have the exact same story. How are you going to sit next to her and say the exact same stuff in a better way?
No. So when it comes down to it, she's like broken your trust twice now. Yeah. Do you want to take that?
Her actions show that she has crossed me before. So do I trust her for a third time?
So it could be us final two if we play the Hayley move.
It's so hard because I just saved Jess. It's contradictory to save her in such a dramatic way and then go out and vote her out.
By the sounds of it, it's either your name or it's either Hayley's name.
Hayley's very much like, well, she just made that huge move, Meg just made that huge move.
You've got to be crazy to take Jess, I'm just saying. You've got to be crazy.
I think my vote is literally going to be decided in a voting booth. I have no idea what to do.
And bringing in the jury, Jacob, voted out at the last tribal council. So the final four, previously in Backyard Survivor, this has been the last elimination before getting to final tribal council to pitch your case. How is that different in this instance, Jess?
I'm assuming if there's another challenge that whoever wins that out of the three pretty much has the pick of who's with them in final two, so there's a lot more riding on what happens next.
Is there an indication there that this vote potentially comes down to who is expected to do well in the final challenge? Hayley, you were wearing the necklace last time. Does that concern you?
I'm not always going to win, obviously. Look, I lost the last one. So I don't think that should even be a factor in this vote at all. What we need to think about is who actually want to sit next to at final tribal council. Don't worry about loyalty and alliances. They're flipping all up to hoo-ha now.
And Megan, this is to your point that you were trying to make at the last tribal council, right? Where you decided to make a statement and say, I need to do something to prove that if I'm sitting there that I deserve the title. But with a resume comes a threat level.
Yeah, it's definitely a risk, but you know, it's a risk you have to take when you've got the ammunition with you to do it.
Zoe, are you expecting this to be a 3-1 or might it be split?
From the chats I've had, a 3v1, but in two different scenarios.
So there's two 3v1s. One of them's real, one of them's fake.
So what we're trying to say is you've got two people with identical stories.
But who's the better talker? That's what we're trying to pitch to Zoe. She can talk. You'd be crazy to take Jess to the final tribal.
But if we're playing devil's advocate, Zoe, what's to stop them from taking you out next?
Do I stick with how it's been the whole way through, or do I pull a move that's quite unexpected? And I think that's what these guys want to see.
Jess, what's the counter argument?
At first it was just that we had what I thought was an easy choice. The biggest threat is that you're a challenge threat, and essentially Hayley would be picking between the two of you for who she wants to take to the final if you win the challenge. But in my eyes, it's not just that. If you get through to the final, you used people the entire way through to hide. very successfully maintaining power across both sides without breaking that trust, and now you're here in Final Four.
Zoe, that right there is why you've got to think about final tribal council.
Far out. Doesn't get easier.
Does anybody have anything else that they would like to say before we go to the vote? Okay, you cannot vote for Zoe. Everyone else is fair game. Zoe, you're up first.
Let's hope my pitch work. It's 2v2. I'm going to have a challenge. This is a big decision.
I think it's pretty easy where I was going with this. I put my eggs in one basket on the hope that Meg would know I was staying true to my word.
We'll go tally the votes. We will now read the votes. First vote. Haley. Second vote. Jess. One vote Haley, one vote Jess. Jess. It's 2 votes Jess, 1 vote Haley, 1 vote left. Next person voted out of Backyard Survivor 1 well. Jess, you need to bring us your torch. Jess, tribe spoken. Head on out.
Oh my god.
One more challenge left, and then 2 of you will be sitting, pitching your case to the jury. Head on back to camp.
I am so incredibly grateful that I got to be part of it and that I got so many chances. Like, I had advantages, I had idols, I had idol clues, I played my shot in the dark and didn't need it. Like, I don't feel like I left anything behind out there. Zach Bulldog from season 3 is my brother. Matt B from season 4 is my dad. I am the 3rd Bulldog to come on Survivor, and I got the furthest, which I did not expect. It doesn't matter whether you make it to number 1 or you're the first person out. This is just like an awesome thing to be part of.
Good girl. Best choice, man, honestly.
Tribal was a bit of a sad one. I had to vote off Jess, who I've been working pretty closely with throughout this whole time.
You got to do what you got to do for you.
I do care about big moves, but at the same time, it was quite an emotional one. I feel Survivor's more than just like a game, it's also friendships. And whilst these two have been really loyal to each other, they didn't have to go through what me and Jess went through the whole way. You know, we've been to every tribal council, and saying goodbye to that person that you knew you could fall back on and not having them in the game anymore is going to be really challenging. My plan now is to just play my game down, like play it down and make them feel really powerful. Yeah, we were together for a long time, but also, yeah, Megan had a quite strong connection the whole way through with her as well. From the beginning, you were close with Jess.
Yeah, Jess was my number 1 at the beginning.
Exactly.
Until I met Haley.
So I was always a bit,
I feel like there's a lot of possibilities, but there's only 3 people left. And especially after like just saving her, and then now you finally vote her out, that's like a full 360, that's pretty cool. Like you could finally...
Yeah, I just saved Jess with an idol. So it might look contradictory, but really, I was using Jess, I was saving Jess to get what I wanted, which was Jacob out. So While I would have loved to work with Jess more in the game, I feel like she betrayed me too many times for it to go any further and be a final 2.
But, you know, will she vote for me now because I've just voted her out?
She might respect it.
I could see Zoe cracking next to me with this decision she had to make, because obviously it was huge. And I was just whispering in her ear, think of your game. You've done no moves. You've got to do something. Make the move. Do it. That's literally what I said. Do it. Do it. And she did it.
But talking about going forward,
With Zoe wins immunity, I'd like to think she will take me. I think she's quite scared of Hayley and finds Hayley really threatening. I've been social enough that she doesn't see me as a threat, but I'm ready to unleash when it gets to that final tribal.
what's the case for getting rid of Hayley and keeping us?
You've been with her throughout this whole time. I think it's the same situation as Jess. Do you know what I mean?
Story?
Similar story.
Megan has a lot of friends sitting on that jury bench, but then Hayley has a big game with the physical side of it. I mean, she's won challenges. She's also really close with a lot of them up there.
Yeah, see, obviously Hayley wants to go to the end with me, but I can see the benefits going to end me and you.
Yeah.
And we'll be flipping the script again.
That last tribal council was a gangster move, and I already had the bubble alliance with Zoe. And I just wish they've both got the same story. I mean, the only difference is Jess can talk, so you got to play on Zoe's weakness that she doesn't have the same gift of the gab as buddy Jess. And so in that tribal council, I put it out there. I was like, you know what, stop this. This is my game on the line. She's going to put my name down. It wasn't personal, but it was just like, she's going to smoke you at the final tribal council.
So she's pitching that if me and you go to the end together, we have the same story.
No, we don't. I'm just pretending to these two that I don't have any moves, when really I have controlled every single damn vote. They have no clue. But all I've got is I've just been well protected, yeah?
Yeah.
Am I a goat?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? She thinks I've been a goat. I've been telling them I've been a goat. I have not been a goat.
Final 3, come on in.
Individual immunity, back up for grabs. Zoe, take that from you. You can place that on the well in front. Individual immunity is back up for grabs. In a moment, we are going to reveal a puzzle that you have to replicate. Survivors ready?
Yep.
Good luck.
Good luck.
Go.
Oh my God. Pray for me.
So we had 1.
Nice.
Hayley has a piece. Zoe has another piece. Hayley with another piece. Megan has her first piece. Hayley gets another piece. Zoe gets another piece. Megan gets another piece. Hayley gets one more. Zoe gets another. Everyone is still in this. gets individual immunity.
Oh my God.
Zoe, how many pieces did you have left?
2.
2. She's all it took. Oh, Megan, of course. How many pieces do you have left?
Many. Many.
Wow.
Well done.
I'm gonna kick myself later.
Hayley, congratulations.
Safe from the vote, guaranteed spot at the final tribal council where you will be able to pitch your case to the jury. For one of the others, one of you will fall at the last hurdle.
Oh my God! Holy heck! Final 3 challenge. I don't know how I pulled that out of my ass. That was just crazy. I want to bloody win now. I just want to win.
The future of the game's in your hands.
I know, and I hate that I've got to do this, but I'm looking at my resume to the jury. She's going to hate me, and I hope she understands.
At least a bit. I'm just scared you're gonna make a move at the last minute. I'm hoping Hayley stays strong with me. We keep our final 2 pledged together. Because obviously she's gonna pitch your stories are the same.
Ricky, I can't believe this is happening. Oh my God, it's a dream come true.
So I just hope that Hayley stays loyal to me. She says she will, but I know Zoe will be over there pitching hard right now, so.
Zoe, anybody's game.
Like, I don't really have a choice. I have to throw Meg under the bus. When you go into the jury, a lot of those guys you've shown so much loyalty to, and I think so has Megan. Bringing Megan in would be like, oh, which one should we go for? You know?
Yeah, I've really tried to pitch to Hayley that her and Megan have similar stories.
Like I've been after Tara since we walked in here.
Yeah, and like you pulling that is a crazy move, but she was also a part of that. If she wants to impress the jury, she can't have someone who's going to be involved in the same gameplay. Also, she just put a double idol where that's also a big resume pull. I didn't even find an idol but for her to do that and then vote off Jacob, that's crazy. Yeah. But you could take that. You got a part of Jacob's move. I wasn't a part of Jacob's move. Imagine pitching that, but I was a part of that. The Jacob vote, obviously Megan played both idols. So that kind of counteracts how important her part was in that play. I think she needs that as a solo gameplay.
Yeah, it's really hard, hey?
Just basically pitch that we've got both different target audiences. They both have the same target audience. If she has people on the jury that like her, they're most likely going to like Megan.
I have been unloyal, meaning that people don't like me.
I was involved in voting everyone off in that. That's not friends, that's enemies.
Yeah, we've got less than a minute.
I just friggin' hope. I just hope that she has my back on this one.
I need that though. I need that to make this massive decision.
Yeah.
Final 3, come on in.
Zoe, Hayley, and Megan.
And our jury, David, DC, Tara, Kate, Tarkan, Mark, Jacob, and voted out for the last tribal council, Jess. Our first final 3 where someone will be sent home. Hayley, you hold all the power in this. You've got 2 people sitting either side of you. Your one vote is going to determine who it is that sits next to you. So how do you weigh up what you have to present to them and what somebody else might have?
I always look at each other's game plans. In fact, all the way from merge, been looking at everyone's game plans. Will I fare well with Zoe's, who's struggled all the way through and got to final 3, or Meg, who I've been loyal to right throughout this whole journey? Yeah, it's not easy.
With loyalty in a game of Survivor can often come similarities in your narrative. So for Megan, what's the pitch from you to Hayley.
Well, if you take Zoe, what is Zoe going to say? She's going to be talking about a decimated tribe. She made it through. She switched tribes. She made it through that. That's a lot. Whereas Hayley and I, yes, we've come from the same tribe and we had similar origin stories, but we have different things we can say we've done. I've got relationships with people she doesn't have relationships with, and I'm sure she has the same.
I think that their stories are very similar. It was like me and Jess. I think we both knew that. I feel like when you get to the final jury pitch, you're going to be, you know, talking about moves that you both collectively did together. And I think Hayley, like, voting off Jacob was a really big decision on your behalf. But then Megan had a double idol, which basically solidified that. I think you want to take this opportunity to have your own story.
I'm interested in the emotional side of this. So Megan, Zoe, one of you is about to go home. You've come so far. What would you be taking away from this experience if it was you that went home?
Well, this is just something I would not do in my everyday life. It's just completely out of my comfort zone. I've learnt that I can mesh in with brand new people. I thought I would come in day one and mesh with nobody and be gone. And so to be sitting here, I actually can't believe it. So yeah, I think I'll take away more confidence in myself. And besides that, I think, you know, we'll all be a community for years to come. Backyard Survivor is such an amazing community. I'm so proud that I can now be a part of it.
Zoe, what about you? What would you take away from this experience if it ended right now?
Look, I think Survivor as a whole game is very overwhelming, so I also had a lot of self-doubt, and then obviously seeing you guys over there and the people that were voted out before, it makes you feel a little bit small because you see everyone's strengths and you're like, oh, how do I match up to that? But I think what I can take away from this is just how welcoming everyone is. I'm just thinking about like my family in this situation. They're Survivor fans, but I think they'd be stoked that I've actually made it this far. I think they'd be pretty proud of me regardless of where I end up tonight.
Does anybody want to say anything before we get to the vote?
I just want to say that I'm really proud that us three ladies are sitting here. We've gone through a lot together. No matter which way this goes, I'm just proud to be here.
Okay, so Megan, you can only vote for Zoe. Zoe, you can only vote for Megan. So both of you will not vote. So Hayley, you will be the only vote tonight. Are you ready? Okay, let's get to it. We'll now read the vote. Next person voted out of Backyard Survivor won well and the final member of our jury. Zoe. Gotta bring us your torch.
Surely there's a twist. Surely.
Sorry, no twist this time. Zoe, the tribe has spoken. Head on out.
Well done, Zoe.
Final two. Congratulations, you have done a phenomenal job to get this far. Head back to camp, prepare your pitches for these guys, and we'll see you at the final tribal council. Head on out.
All I wanted to do coming into this was just make it to one challenge and one tribal. That's all I wanted to do, and to win an immunity necklace, which I did twice. And I went to every single tribal, and I think it's just been super, super exciting and enjoyable. A lot of hard work, a lot of friends made, But yeah, I think everyone deserves to be proud of themselves no matter where they ended up. Just to be a part of this season is pretty special.
Okay, I just need to get my thoughts clear in my mind. Starting up for Backyard Survivor, I never thought I would be in the final two. Like, it's just bizarre.
Regardless of what happens, if I get votes, if I don't get votes, I'm absolutely stoked to have got to the final two.
I definitely played a social game.
I was never a number 3 coming into this game. I was always somebody's number 2.
I survived several attempts at getting rid of me. One was Tara, one was actually Jess and Zoe.
Yes, I've been protected, but that's because I aligned myself with strong people.
The fact that I wasn't a challenge threat probably worked in my favour.
Can't believe I won those challenges.
I need to prove to the jury that no, I wasn't coasting along. Whilst our alliance was strong, I was in the background making connections with other tribes.
I was in every vote, every single vote that went through.
We all wanted Jacob out, and then I was able to vote Jess out. And then because I was strong with Hayley then chose me for the final. Oh, that sounded good.
At the end of the day, I'm not sitting in the jury. I'm sitting here. Let's get this done.
From Hayley, I need to hear the game she played. If she's playing it behind the scenes, who was she putting up front, and how she was manipulating those people.
She was actually the one who put 2 votes onto me, and that did not feel good.
She was able to keep Mark under wraps and prevent him from going rogue.
She successfully controlled a lot of the game. She's getting compared a little bit to Boston Rob.
Hayley always hyping me up throughout all the challenges.
It seems that she was so tight with specific people. What was her backup plan if all failed?
Oh my God.
Megan's game is one I'm a little bit up in the air about.
What has sort of changed it up was that idle play. We got along really well. She just needs to convince me on her strategic game.
She came into the game, like she said, with a lot of self-doubt, and so she's done really well to get there.
What I really need to see is where did she seize control in the game other than her big move with the double idol.
I want to hear what other moves she made, because if that's the only move you've made, that might not be enough to get my vote.
It's going to be really hard to make a call.
Bringing in our jury. David, DC, Tara, Kate, Arkan, Mark, Jake, Jess, and Zoe. Our first ever final 2. Congratulations to both of you. Really well done.
Thank you.
This tribal council obviously works a little bit different. Both of you are going to make an opening pitch on why you should win the title of Sole Survivor, the coveted winner's buff, and the $1,000 prize. Once you've both made your pitch, the jury has some questions for you. Once the jury is satisfied that they have all the information that they need in order to cast a vote for the winner, they will get up and vote. In this tribal council, you want to see your name written down. Who would like to start?
Yeah, so I can't actually believe I'm here. But when I take a second to reflect on my game, actually I can believe I'm here. Day 1, Jess and I, within seconds I'd say of the game starting, me and you, let's be each other's eyes, let's do this. We may not have been on the tribes together, but we were working together the whole time. We got on the Orange tribe together. I was connecting with Hayley. We got to merge and we kept that going because I feel like at the start of a merge, it's best to be tribe strong, especially when it's a tribe that has a lot of people on it. What I think Hayley failed to do was make connections with people outside of the Orange. I was bringing in people that were outside of that Orange. So when Takan came to Green, what we did was we forged not only a friendship, but we both said, hey, we could do something here. Through Takan, I was able to connect with some of the Pink who I'd never worked with. One thing he helped me with is getting my second idol. I had an idol clue, which came to me from Kate. It was about east and south, and I don't know directions. And so I grabbed Takan and said, do you know directions? Can you help me with this? So I grabbed him, and he showed me exactly where it was going to be. I was like, great, just get a smarter person to show me. But I didn't tell him everything the idol clue said. I just said it's 20 paces here, 10 paces here, and it's in this area. But the rest of the clue said, towards the green, beneath the leaves. I didn't tell him the rest of it. So he was looking in trees and looking in sticks and stuff. I knew it was in the leaves. I eventually found it I was with Jess when I found it. I knew at that point, maybe your perception of me would be that I just joined with the orange and here I am. So I thought, I've got to make a move here, now's the time. So that's when I used that idol to save Jess and get rid of Jacob. I knew your resume would be amazing. You've come back from redemption. Not to mention, I avoided twice nearly being voted out, one of which was Jess. So our relationship was tested. And then from a personal note, I just would really love to win. I love Survivor, and I hope I explain my game enough to you for you to be convinced that I'm worthy of winning.
Hayley.
Right from the moment we walked in, I was already thinking of 1, 2, 3. I was a part of quite a few final twos, and unfortunately for Meg, she was always a third person in these 1, 2, 3s. I was in every single controlling vote. And if you weren't in the same plan or the same controlling vote, unfortunately, that's why you're on the jury. With Mark, that was the only time my loyalty was tested, because I knew how much he wanted to go to final 5. I knew. So that was the hardest part, actually, was your vote, because I didn't want to do it. Didn't want to. Jacob, I knew what the girls were pitching. I absolutely knew what they were pitching. You're a challenge beast. Funny thing is, Meg asked me, can we play the idol on Jess instead to look at going forward as a girls' alliance? She asked me. So again, I'm part of the controlling move, part of the controlling vote. In every single vote I was in, I was that silent assassin. To even be playing with you guys was amazing. Like, you guys are all epic. I absolutely love Survivor. I'm here because, you know, I deserve to be here.
We're going to turn this over to the jury. Who wants to start us off?
The theme for Backyard Survivor this year was One Well. Could you please just tell me, just very quickly, how you in your game have represented that theme?
Yeah, I think it was about, you know, not just sticking to your own little group, but it was also being open to working and communicating with others, which I think I've done.
How I perceive that is as being a collective. That to me is what One Well is that we're together going through this journey, supporting each other.
Congrats, guys, for making the final. What was your biggest move, and why was it your biggest move?
My biggest move was getting you out. If I had sort of continued the status quo at that point, I feel like you probably would have taken Hayley to the end and not me. That's just my gut feeling. So for me to flip on you, I think was huge, and I think it cemented my trust with Jess, and I think that had benefits as well. So I think that was a double whammy benefit for me.
I was a part of that move as well, but I had to remain like I didn't have a clue. I had to make sure that I didn't burn you doing that move. So I told her to go ahead, and I'm sorry.
I can follow up on that. Sure. I'd like Hayley to answer this question. How did you utilise the strengths and weaknesses of your team to propel yourself further in the game?
I seen some big boys on the tribe and I just hung out with them. But yeah, Mark, he has been my shield this whole game from the very beginning. As soon as I saw Big Daddy Mark with his bag of tricks, I knew everything that was going on because I aligned myself with a massive shield.
Hayley, someone made the comparison that you're a bit like Boston Rob. Now, there was a season where, spoilers, Boston Rob won Survivor, and there was a season where he lost at the final tribal council because I think he thought he could take the jury's votes for granted because he played a very controlling game. What measures and countermeasures during the game did you take to make sure the jury would give you their vote at the end of the game?
I didn't burn any bridges until it came to Mark.
Didn't you burn a bridge though with me at the very beginning of the game when you immediately started throwing my name out?
Yes. Yeah.
So you burnt that bridge?
Yeah, I burnt that
So why
bridge.
should I give you my vote tonight, Hayley?
Well, I'm hoping, because you're a big player yourself, that you would see the whole game plan. I'm hoping that you respect the game plan. That's what I'm hoping for. I didn't sit here to be a goat.
How has this experience of Backyard Survivor met your expectations?
The fact that I even won a flippin' challenge is huge for me, you know. 40 years old. I just turned 40 a few weekends ago. I feel like an old nanny. But yeah, it's definitely gone beyond and above my expectations. Yeah.
Yeah, as you can all imagine, just incredible what they put together out here. I hadn't really told anyone about this, but I've been on a massive health journey the last 2.5 years. I've lost 55 kilos and I now love going to the gym and working out. So the reason I applied is I just felt stronger than ever, fitter than ever. Before I was sitting on the couch just watching shows like Survivor. I'm ready to just embrace life and embrace new people and think outside my square, and that's what I've done here. Yeah, I'm really proud.
You both played amazing. I'm a true amateur at this, as you can probably tell. And Hayley, I have to say, you are the coach. And you did what I couldn't do, my team. So well done. The question I do have for you is a yes and no answer is, did you both believe that I genuinely came here not to win? Did you?
Yes, yes.
Yes, yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
So, Meg, I'm just wondering what your strategy was with being so liberal with information, sharing it with people. Were you targeting certain people when you were sharing those things? What was your thought process? I'm just interested to hear.
So telling you I had well, you were with me, I had the idol, but telling you what I was going to do with it helped me continue to move forward. Told to Khan because I needed help. I shared the information where I knew I could get a good outcome.
Yeah, my vote's still quite open at the moment. Is there any key defining points that you want to share with us who are still undecided?
I know everyone's votes are open, but I just hope you guys see the gameplay. Every time I was in trouble or I sensed I was in danger, I redirected it every time.
I've worked really hard to get here. I hope I've made enough connections with you guys to make this a reality. I really hope you pick me, and thanks for playing with me.
Okay, Hayley, Megan, you've done everything that you can do. The power now transfers over to the jury. Jury, one by one, you will vote for who you want the winner of Backyard Survivor One Well to be. David, you will be up first.
Played an amazing game. You deserve to win.
I'm voting for Meg because I think that the social game was really strong.
Megan, Hayley, jury, pre-jury, thank you for an incredible season of Backyard Survivor. This time you want to see your name written down on these votes. We'll read the votes. First vote. Meg. Hayley. One vote Megan. One vote Hayley. Third vote. Hayley. Hayley. There's 3 votes Hayley, 1 vote me. Hayley. It's 4 votes Hayley, 1 vote me. The winner of Backyard Survivor
feeling pretty good. I mean, I didn't win tonight, but that's okay. I went out there, laid out all the facts of my game, and let the jury decide. Absolutely stoked that I made it this far. Like, it feels really great to even just be a part of it.
Only one can earn the title in this game of survival.
I know people might sound this stupid, but I actually didn't even do this for the money. I thought, wow, that's a bonus, but I really wanted this, man. I totally didn't want to come off as arrogant, and it felt like it was arrogant, but I just tried to bring out all the strategic, controlling things that were going on that I don't think they realized. To win Backyard Survivor is absolutely amazing. Everything that I could ask and dream of, basically.
Oh, that is a wrap on Backyard Survivor Season 5.